Greetings, everybody. How are you?
Hi. Okay.
We're coming in hot.
We are late and ready to rock and roll. We are not ready at all whatsoever.
The Marvel stuff. 12 cases of Marvel books. Didn't come in until 5:30.
5:30, which left us less than 2 hours to try to process it all. We did not finish, but we came home. We've eaten, which is honestly good.
Yeah, I've got a few more things to put into people's files. But should all be good, honestly. They'll be fine by the time 11 rolls around.
Yes, so we can pretend it's all magic and nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How was everyone's weekend?
Yes. Did you eat lots of turkey? And did you
Did you Thanksgiving or did you not?
or did you swear against all of the colonials, as we do?
Colonizer.
Yeah. Damn the colonizers.
This boy.
Oh my gosh. I know. Our weekend was pretty good. Pretty full. We went down south to visit Brandon's family, so I got to see his nieces for the first time in like a year and a half.
Yep.
They are so cute and wonderful little humans.
Elsa's a little hellion.
Oh yeah, she is.
Absolutely wonderful. She is her mother's child, which makes my mom very happy when she's like, why is she like this? And my mom's like, tough to say. I don't know where she gets it from. My dad has tiny motorized cars for children. 2 of them, little Power Wheels thingies. And she had some fun roaming around in that during Thanksgiving. And I was following her. And she had her elephant Teddy with her. And as she's driving around, she goes to a corner of the property where there's like some bushes, gets out of the car, throws her Teddy into the bushes, and goes back into the car. And like, are we leaving Teddy here? And she looks at me and goes, this is Teddy's daycare. I have to go to work. Got in the car and started driving around. Eventually picked up Teddy from daycare, which was nice. But yeah, that was a whole thing. And then one of the other stories that my sister relayed to me requires a little bit of history on my childhood. So my mom would make good on promises. So when she'd say, if you guys don't stop being jerks, I'm going to stop this car and you're going to walk home. Well, she would do that. Now, within the bounds of Penhold and areas that we have walked as kids anyways. She'd also, in the past, had before a vacation, or like, if you kids don't hurry up, I'm leaving without you, and then would drive around the corner. And we freaked out. All of this to really instill in us, when we tell our friends, when my mom says something, she's serious about it. One of the things that she would do, that she did once, was say, like, if you guys don't pick up all these toys by a certain time, the rest are going in the garbage. And she came through and put the rest of the toys in the garbage. A couple days later, she brings back the bag and says, you're very lucky that the garbage man refused to take these. She waited until garbage day.
Ouch.
Which was Fridays.
Committing to the bit.
Yep. And all this to say, my sister tried the same trick on Elsa. If you don't put these toys away, they're going in the garbage. Or no, she said, I'm going to throw them away. And so Elsa goes, throw them away.
She's 4.
Throw them away.
She's 4 and she could give
Give 2 hoots.
yeah, she could give a hoot.
Little hoots.
It's great.
I don't know if comments are coming in or not, or if people haven't been commenting, but I haven't seen any.
Yeah, I haven't seen any either. Starting to worry here.
But we do see people. Hey, there we are.
Hey, Sean. Perfect.
Sweet.
Yes, that is a good question. Have your taste buds recovered yet?
Yes. Yeah.
So for anyone who may have missed it, it will be on our video feed. But Brandon and his nephew,
that was the funniest part.
did did the one chip challenge, and poor kid, he didn't even swallow it, which was smart. Brandon did, and like half an hour later he was like groaning and holding his stomach because it was just still so angry in his tummy.
So for those of you who don't know, tortilla chip company called Paqui does a one chip challenge where they have a chip loaded with dust that is extremely spicy
Flavor.
Yeah. This year's turned your tongue blue. It absolutely did. and I brought 2 hoping I could get one of my family members to do it, and Edson was all for it. And as he's getting closer to it, as I'm kind of describing stuff, he's just like, what if I die?
He kept asking his mom, Brandon's sister, what if I die?
So I told him, if you die, I'll give you $5. He responded with, what am I supposed to do with $5 if I'm dead? Why don't you give me the $5 now? I said, you know what? You drive a good bargain.
Smart kid.
Uh-huh. You can see the results of that on the show. I was going to bring these microphones. I did bring the soundboard. I forgot the microphone, so couldn't use the soundboard. I was gonna hopefully get to record some stuff with my nieces because we do have some buttons with them still on here, and we're gonna get some new stuff, but that'll have to wait till next time. The good part, though, is because we forgot, we were using the camera microphone, which picked up the room. And so when Edson goes off, you can still hear, ah!
Poor guy's in the kitchen trying to spit it out, eating yogurt, everything.
His mom just like...
feeding him yogurt, yeah.
Yeah, poor kid.
So he's definitely not making that mistake again with Uncle Brandon.
I asked him if he wanted to do it again. He said no. But I probably will do it again next year. So the spice part wasn't the worst. Like when I was on screen and Danica's trying to ask me questions and I'm just throwing out answers, it's because I literally couldn't think. And everything was just so urgent, like just whatever impulse came out. Yogurt helped a ton. It calmed everything down. And then about half hour to an hour later, it hit the stomach and it was just pain, just absolute pain until I popped some antacids basically. And I had to leave. I went to the bathroom, not because I needed to go to the bathroom, but because I was overheating. Like it felt like I had a fever. Until the antacids started working. So, yeah. Oops. Yeah, it did not help.
Lessons for next time.
Yeah. So, that was the worst part of it. The rest of it, even the next day, wasn't much of any problems. But it was the stomach part afterwards that really did it. So my lesson is antacids. My lesson apparently is not don't do that again. My lesson is next year antacids.
Nope.
Good job.
I did it. I did it good.
That one was for both of us.
That one. I always forget which one is which.
Well, and I really need to redo all the buttons.
Yeah, that's fair.
Clean them all up because there's a bunch of them that don't need to be on there anymore at all.
Oh, now I'm gonna have that jingle in my head all night.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Tums. Yeah. My mom's like, these are pretty old. They're from your grandparents' house. Grandparents haven't had a house for years.
Yeah. Good old expired Tums. We can say they still work.
Yep.
For at least the one chip challenge.
Pharma Save brand antacids.
Yeah, it's fair. They're not technically Tums.
Yeah, they're for your Tums.
Nice.
All right. Well, we got Stack to get through.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Starting with this special edition of Black Adam with The Rock
He's on both sides.
on it. Look at him. He's such a serious boy. Look at this serious boy. This is a reprint of the current Black Adam series. They gave these to us for a really decent price. You'll see that it says $3.99 on the cover. We're gonna sell these for $2 tomorrow. If you want to check out what's going on in the DCU with this Black Adam series, I really enjoyed the first issue. I highly recommend that folks check this out because we're gonna do a little bonus for people and see how many we can get into people's hands. So it's going to be fun. All right, we've got
The Chilling Adventures of Salem.
It's a kitty. Look at the baby.
By Sir Colin Bunn. He's really good at the horrors.
Mm-hmm.
Salem the cat has always been known as Sabrina's familiar. But what happens when Sabrina's not around to protect him? Or, as is more the case, when he doesn't have to protect her? This special one-shot explores a different side of Salem's life, one in which he acts as an anti-hero, enacting vigilante justice on those who hurt others like him, animals.
Yeah. This is a full story. A lot of the Archie stuff lately have been anthology books. This one is a whole story for folks to dig into, and if you've liked any of the Archie horror stuff, I would highly recommend this. This is a very nice comment from Dylan.
I'm going to post this.
Yeah.
Hi, Dylan. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for your kind words.
Yeah, I know it's probably not for lack of want of shops in Calgary to do this. We know from being small business owners that it is rough to it sounds a bit callous, but to add this kind of thing to your schedule. But it is so important to us to do this outreach and to be around for people and to have our store around for people too. So, and it's really nice to have you here. We have the return of the Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. This is what it is on the plate. You got some Batman, you got some Scooby-Doo. Sometimes they're teaming up to with some Hanna-Barbera characters. Sometimes they're going after Batman villains. It's always some good fun. And this sometimes outsells our lower numbered Batman books. Because I don't know if you folks know this. Kids still love Scooby-Doo. They truly do. Sometimes it's wild to me how much staying power the character has, and even in single issues, it's really cool. Thanks again, Dylan. It means a lot.
Next up is Batman Incorporated. All right. The team's trust issues and detective skills are immediately put to the test when someone from Ghostmaker and Batman's recent past is brutally murdered. Is this an isolated event? We should have a gasp button. Yes.
I could make one.
I know, it's dangerous. Sending a message to the two? Or is this the start of something darker and more sinister? Hint, it's sinister and dark.
Yay. Oh, I did add a new button.
Oh my.
The other day. I used it for my library talk.
Oh, cool.
So I was doing the library convention talk about the importance of libraries and graphic novels as community points, basically for learning and the ideas that we have about how the most effective way to create change or to help people out is usually the people who are immediately around you, the community that you form. And to kind of get into it, I used a clip from a podcast that I just listened to a little while ago about the dangers of comic books. So I pulled it, and here's this little bit here.
Darkness is where.
Nope.
When I was a boy and played with the gang, we did a lot of things. We roasted potatoes, went on expeditions, we tipped over garbage cans now and then. We wrote nasty remarks about the teacher on the sidewalk. We never spent an afternoon sitting around like this, reading. When I was...
Yeah. The what was actually from the podcast.
Oh, okay.
The person reacting to it, because it did sound like Danica.
It sounded like me, and I was like, I don't remember saying this. This is weird. It kind of freaked me out. Anyway, yes. No, that... those boys and their roasted potatoes.
Hooligans going around roasting potatoes. We weren't scallywags and naduas like the kids today, sitting around reading. So next time you're roasting potatoes, know that you're being a good boy? I have no idea. That was the weirdest thing he said. Yeah, apparently that was hooliganism when he was a child, roasting potatoes. So...
Next up, we have a continuation from Chicken Devil. This is Chicken Devils. The world's first and perhaps only hot chicken sandwich inspired vigilante is back, and this time he's not flocking around.
Wah, wah.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, you don't have it. See, I knew where it was that time. See Mitchell Moss thrust in the middle of a new gang war. Watch Mitch battle his family as they actively thwart. I cannot say that. Wow.
Thwart
His efforts to keep them safe, and let out an exasperated sigh along Mitch as he is forced into teaming up with the kill crazy bad cops. My.
Bad
Okay.
cops.
So if you like chaos and a guy in a chicken costume, this is the series for you.
Yeah, Chicken Devils was a lot of fun. I describe it as Southern fried crime, which isn't really that far of a stretch, because it is literally about fried chicken and crime in the South.
It's true.
And also, Dylan, if you're around for this question that Sean has, I can assure you this is not a trick. There's no judgment on any way that people like to buy or enjoy comics in our areas here. So, yeah.
Thanks for mentioning that.
Mm-hmm. We've got the Dark Crisis Worlds Without a Justice League Green Arrow. This is part of the one-shots that have been exploring what's happened to the various members of the Justice League now that they're dead. Not a spoiler at this point. They're actually trapped in worlds that they would love to be true. And they're essentially being used as an engine for something real bad. And yeah, the idea is like they don't want to escape these. They don't even think about escaping them because they're what they want out of their life. So it's a weirdly kind of like, you read them and you're like, oh, that's good for you. And then you think about it and you're like, but I guess bad for the universe that you're happy. Cool. Yeah. We've got
Wakanda.
some beefcake cover, baby.
Yes. So this is Wakanda starring Shuri. Amazing.
With beefcake art dream cover.
The Black Panther is no longer welcome in Wakanda. Who is this proud nation without its king? This exciting new miniseries answers that question as each issue spotlights a different fan favorite Wakandan character. First up, Shuri proves that being without the Black Panther doesn't mean Wakanda is without heroes to protect it, and that there is a reason she too once wielded the powers. Plus, part 1 of the history of the Black Panther's backup story, providing for the first time anywhere a definitive overview of every Wakandan who has ever held the mantle of the Black Panther. That's very cool.
Just a hiccup right into that microphone. That was me. That's what I did.
Oh, Stephanie Williams is the writer of the Shuri one. I like her.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, the art in here is fantastic.
Ooh. Natasha Bustos did the backup art.
Yeah, that's
I am
incredible.
into this art.
And Paco Medina doing the first story too. Heck yeah.
Yeah. No, this looks great.
Evan Narcisi.
Haven't
doing the history of the Black Panthers.
Yeah, haven't read this yet, but can recommend it. Wow. Yeah, this is amazing. Also, Rhino's in it, so if you enjoy Rhino,
Rhino.
there's a minor spoiler. He shows up. He's so angry.
What an angry boy.
Ooh, Terrors Through Time. So
This is a Spookums anthology from DC. I like a lot of the DC anthologies. They are usually used to utilize some newer talent. And yeah, this one's no different. A mix of new and older talent throughout here. The last one is a Tim Seeley and Kelly Jones, which is like a 1-2 punch there. Damien and Deadman, The Haunting of Wayne Manor.
Okay,
But
that's a good, interesting combination.
Yeah, you got the Super Sons, you got Phantom Stranger, you got Gotham City Sirens, Swamp Thing, Justice Society of America, the Green Lanterns, Etrigan, a whole bunch of folks. And you also have this cool bonus cover. Look at that. I love it. I love the old kind of VHS-y style covers. They're really cool.
I think they did something similar last year, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, and I think they did something like that on Soul Plumber.
Yeah, they were doing something like that on Soul Plumber as well.
Yeah. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we love Chip's Daredevil run, and his Batman run has been really stellar so far. Minor spoilers for both Batman and Detective right now. Both Ram V and Chip Zdarsky seem to have read Grant Morrison's run and went, yes. Absolutely yes. It's really cool.
Excuse me.
We have The Approach.
Next up, we have The Approach. And this is neat. This is definitely a story that I think will be interesting to me and hopefully to you. But I'm reading it and I'm like,
It's your boy, Jeremy Hahn.
I love Jeremy Hahn.
And his co-writer on The Beauty.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Co-writer, so writers from The Beauty. Jeremy Hahn did Red Mother, which is amazing. And the artist of The Empty Man, which I actually still haven't read. When airport employees Mac and Abigail find themselves snowed in after a blizzard, they witness a terrible plane crash. After pulling a survivor from the wreckage, they realize a terrifying truth. This plane has been missing for 27 years. I love plots like that. The nightmare has only just begun, though, as the people trapped in the airport soon find themselves confronted by what this plane actually brought back.
So it's like a spooky manifest.
Yeah. They probably actually swear instead of just being on national cable television. Cable. I might just be making words up.
Andrew.
Uh-oh. Oh, you got it? You got it.
If it will let me.
Oh.
There we are. Yep. Good Canadian boy. Good Albertan boy originally.
You got to leave them up for more than a couple seconds.
Around
though.
here. I did.
Tell me about the Punisher.
The Bad Punish boy. This is one of the one-shots that happen in between the 3-issue chunks of the current Punisher run. The current Punisher run, every issue is oversized. And so there's a break in between each one that's usually written by someone who's worked with Jason Aaron in the past. So it's working with the ideas that he's doing instead of against them. This one is done by Torn Grombeck, who did some co-writing on the Jane Foster series with Jason Aaron, who does the main Punisher book. I think somebody's upset.
Oh. I'll go let him in.
Yeah. We might have a visit from a very floofy boy.
Someone who's not Max.
I'm going to quickly talk about. Look at the floofer. So normally we have Max, as Kate's right. Normally we have Max, but due to a little
Switcheroonies.
in the cat's schedules,
Oh, no.
and
Keep going.
in part due to a house guest that we had for a little while here, and might have for a couple more days. I'm not sure. We've they're switched, and so you're seeing Squee
Yeah.
right now.
For the first time in a very long time, and
Big
a
fluffy
lot
boy.
of him. A lot. Nope, it's not Max. Orange boy, but yeah,
Yeah.
we have orange boys. It's
Yeah.
kind of fun. So yeah. Oh, he was just a little hungry. He's at the
He's at
kibble
the
now.
foods.
So now he'll ignore us.
Yeah. Dylan saying, who do people here want for the Avengers next run? Curious on everyone's thoughts. Because yeah, Jason Aaron's wrapping up his run.
Oh my.
I
I don't know.
don't know who I'd want.
Yeah. I mean, Chip Zdarsky and everything is pretty good with me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to sit down and really think because I don't usually read Avengers.
So, and my thoughts are, I feel like they are going to get Donny Cates on it. I say this without any actual knowledge of plans or whatnot. I just know that Hulk and Thor have slowed down, and Thor has a co-writer coming in as well for a little bit here. And I feel like either Donnie's focusing on things elsewhere because he does tend to run a little thin sometimes, or
The Colin
he's
Bunn
been-
method.
He's been working on something bigger, basically.
I say that with love. Colin Bunn writes a lot of stuff, and I do not know when he sleeps. I have a lot of respect for him, but I like sleep.
Yeah. But otherwise, I'm not sure who they get to do an Avengers right now that would be like sort of a big kind of a name, which is what they really do. They kind of elevate people up to the book.
I mean, they could just put all their chips on Teenie Howard.
Yeah.
She's been up and coming for a while since like the X-Men came back.
Yeah, but
She's
I find like the last few runs of Avengers, that person's already made. So it's like it's been
true.
Bendis, Hickman,
Yeah.
and Jason Aaron.
Okay. Who I would want, because then I would read the Avengers, is Leah Williams
That's true.
for writing like X-Men stuff in the past couple of years. She's been effing delightful. So that's my fan cast. Is basically it never happened. They'll keep hiring her and she'll write stuff, but
Yeah.
that's my personal.
And Dylan says Al Ewing would be a good one, and I think yes.
Oh, Al Ewing is amazing. Yes.
I don't think there was anybody between Hickman and Aaron, because Aaron's been writing this book for what? It's almost at issue 60, which is 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Probably a little more due to pandemic time when there was no books coming out. Little pandemic as a treat, as a threat. We have the return of Star Wars: The High Republic. This era of the High Republic goes back even further back in time in the Star Wars. So a whole bunch of new characters and a whole bunch of stuffs to really sink your teeth into. Mark Waid is also a good choice. But yeah, he seems to be part of some big forward plans for DC.
Hey, Fuzzy. No.
The Squisherman.
Hey, buddy. So, yes. I'm very glad you joined us tonight, Dylan. Because folks who are viewing this get to meet our cat. Whether it's one of the boys or the other, they can't be in the same room together. They will fight. Then it is, you get to meet one of our boys.
We got one Star Wars for Shanzi.
I will write down one Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. And we have Star Wars Visions. This is very much so like one of the influences of Star Wars was sort of the samurai movies. I think our camera went.
Oh crap. I thought it was charged enough. I'm so sorry. We'll switch to the other one.
Camera. Switching to camera. Switching to camera.
Hey,
We'll
gang.
just cover up Danica there.
That happens sometimes.
And so now Star Wars is influencing sort of like a more samurai style story here with a story by Takeshi Okazaki with English translation from Aki Yanagi. And this looks really cool, folks. I really dig what's happening here. It does have sort of like a space Lone Wolf and Cub feel, and it's really cool.
Okay, sorry, one moment.
Un momento.
All right, next up is
That's my mom.
Hey, Joanne. Oh, it's chaos sometimes. All right, so we have Hitomi, which is it's going to be 5-issue miniseries.
The art in this is incredible too.
In feudal era Japan, a drifter with no prospects begins training in secret under no buttons, dude. Yasuke. Out. Okay, got the teeth. Once famous disgraced warrior, as she struggles to find her place in a society entrenched in discrimination and violence. Combining the historical sweep and elegance of Kurosawa with the visceral action of Tarantino, this saga follows the trials and tribulations of a young female warrior who travels the countryside unendingly as she works to gain the rank of samurai, a title no man, monster, or myth can give to her, but one that she will have to take for herself.
And look at the art here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Absolutely outstanding. I highly recommend people page through this because it's gorgeous. I'm going to get the spray bottle.
Okay.
For the good boy who bit.
I mean, it's fine. It was like a don't touch me nip. It wasn't like a bite.
Oh, I know.
Do you want to just take him out of the room? Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Hey, say goodbye to the nice people. Hey. Whoops, daisy. Sorry, Namor. Say goodbye to the nice people. This is not working. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next up, I have Namor. There we are. I just have to. Andrew says bye to Sweet.
Andrew says goodbye.
All right, let's see here. Namor. All right. This will also be a 5-issue miniseries by Christopher Cantwell, who's doing a lot of good comics work right now. Oh yeah, you're very tall. Here, play with the picture. A century into the future, not much land remains on Earth. It's Waterworld. A combination of a worsening climate and a devastating war with the Kree, with the Squee, has left the surface of the planet most inhospitable, with an ever-dwindling population of air breathers and a profound lack of superheroes to protect them. Enter Namor, who these many years on is no longer king of... Oh, no. Excuse me. Who is no longer king of Atlantis, but ruler of the entire world.
Uh-oh.
I know. I don't know if he's going to be okay.
Oh, Pascal Ferry. I love when you hit your deadlines. Hopefully this has been in the bag for a little while because it's
That's
pretty.
Gorgeous. Those
Yeah.
backgrounds?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So cool.
All right, next up. Wow, our lighting.
Good times.
Squee Empire. Yes.
Heckin' monarchy.
Heckin'.
Heckin' monarchy.
All right, we have got Spider-Ham, Hollywood, Mayhem. Delightful.
Speed of ham.
Yeah, Peter Porker is back, and this time he's taking on Hollywood. That's all it says. So, I mean, if you like Spider-Ham.
Yeah, and this is the second Spider-Ham graphic novel from these creators as well, Steve Fox. And other name that's on there.
Is Shadia Amin.
Yeah.
This is from Scholastic.
And
There we go.
from past experience, the kids have dug it. The first one that happened. So, yay.
Excuse me.
We've got The Closet from James Tynan the fourth and Gavin Fullerton. This was originally run on Substack, was collected in 3 issues, and this is the whole shebang-a-lang in one. Tom is moving across country with his family and dragging the past along with him. When his child Jamie is seeing monsters in the bedroom closet, Tom reassures him that they will stay in the apartment after they move. But Tom is very wrong about many things, and the monsters do continue to find young Jamie. And it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's just the 3 issues, Sean. It was intended to be sort of more of a short story type of thing.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Head Wounds Sparrow, developed by Oscar Isaac and Jason Spire. Art by Christian Ward.
Yeah.
So it looks like this. It's so pretty.
It's really nice.
I love Christian Ward art.
For this book, somebody called Christian Ward and was like, hey, we'd like you to work on this book. And he's just like, do you though? Because I have a pretty unique style or whatnot. And he apparently got to meet with Oscar Isaac, and Oscar Isaac had picked him because of his art style. And sort of described the feeling that he was looking for and all that kind of stuff. And Christian Ward's like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. It's the reason why he actually agreed to do the book, was because it was a very deliberate choice, and not like I don't know, just get somebody that has like kind of like a psychedelic style and whatever, and then for him to turn in stuff and for the person to be like, not like that though, like psychedelic.
A detective with a higher purpose feels the pain and wears the wounds of those he's failed to protect. And there's only one thing that can stop the bleeding: vengeance. I know, right? As a divine battle of good and evil between angels and demons rages around him, can this crooked detective follow the straight and narrow to seek justice for others? Or will he just save his own wounded skin as the fate of humanity hangs in the balance?
Not for nothing, but celebrities love angels and demon stories. They love them.
Excuse me.
God bless you. We have a return. Supper Club. We're bringing it back here because finally,
Yeah.
the signed book plates came in, baby. And yeah, this is basically a teen drama book about food. Nora, Lily, and Iris are seniors at Seaside High. Their differing schedules and mounting extracurriculars inspire the girls to form a secret club where they can hang without sacrificing their future aspirations. Enter Supper Club, the delicious solution to their problems. When life starts to crumble like a cookie under the girls' feet, they rely on comfort food to hold it together. Can Supper Club endure life's most challenging recipes without burning to a crisp? It says a foodie-infused friendship drama that's equal parts The Babysitter's Club and Relish.
That's really sweet. Well, speaking of signed book plates,
What? What do we
Yeah.
have here?
2 in a row, my friend. We
Uh,
have The Night Eaters
Mhm.
by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda.
You might know them from a series called Monstrous.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first of 3 original graphic novels that they're doing in this line, and this cover is also exclusive to the direct market.
Yep. So I'll poke that up there and then I will read it.
Mhm.
All right. Just kidding. All right. Chinese American twins Millie and Billy are having a tough time. On top of the multiple failures in their personal and professional lives, they're struggling to keep their restaurant afloat. Luckily, their parents, Ipo and Keon, are in town for their annual visit. Having immigrated from Hong Kong before the twins were born, Ipo and Keon have supported their children through thick and thin and are ready to lend a hand. But they're starting to wonder, has their support made Billy and Billy incapable of standing on their own? When Ipo forces them to help her clean up the house next door, a hellish and rundown ruin that was the scene of a grisly murder, the twins are in for a nasty surprise. A night of terror, gore, and supernatural mayhem reveals that there is much more to Ipo and her children than meets the eye.
Ooh.
I am 50% sure you have one already, Sean. However, I will write that down. I do know you have one of these in your file.
Yeah, it's the 5th book in the Reckless series from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. It follows a self-styled detective and his partner, a business partner through different eras, and has been described as dad comics, but in such a way that like the paperbacks that you buy at a airport that have like some action to it, but like with that nice Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips crime style, and these types of covers, you kind of get exactly what style of story you're getting here. This also has signed book plates for the first batch of people who pick them up. And yeah, this will be the last Reckless book for now. They decided to do 5 before kind of seeing what they want to do next, but they will be returning to these characters and this format. But what's next? Who knows?
Well, I know what's next in the pile. We have Atom, The Beginning, Volume 1. For the first time in English, comes Atom, the origin of Osamu Tezuka's famous Astro Boy series. 5 years after a strange catastrophe devastated Japan, engineering students Umataro and Hiroshi worked together to create A106, nicknamed 6, an unassuming, mild-mannered robot who has insane super strength. When their university's lack of funding threatens to shut 6 down forever, the trio must enter the murky world of robot fighting to keep their dream alive.
Robot fights, baby!
You gotta love it.
One of the things that I acquired this weekend visiting family was my run of Animorphs. I'm missing, I think, about 6 books from the entire series. And somewhat coincidentally enough, the third in the graphic novel adaptations is out this week. So very excited about that, featuring one of my favorite characters, Tobias. This is about teens who are essentially drafted into war against fascist brainworms, and are given the ability to morph into different animals, and they try to do their best. And it is very much a story about child soldiers. It is. It ends up being pretty sad. The ending is a downer.
Spoilers.
Yeah. I mean, everything. Everybody's fine.
Everything is fine, and everybody goes for ice cream.
Everybody was fine. No one got PTSD.
Next up, Sensory, Life on the Spectrum, an autistic comics anthology, edited by Bex Ollerton. Let's see. Is a comics anthology featuring comics from autistic creators about their experiences of living in a world that doesn't always understand or accept them. With comics exploring everything from life pre-diagnosis to tips on how to explain autism to someone who isn't autistic, to suggestions for how to soothe yourself when you're feeling overstimulated. This book is a powerful representation of autistic stories for autistic readers that will also help allistic, neurotypical, and questioning folks better understand life on the spectrum.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I find there's more and more like mental health and disability ally kind of anthologies, and I think that is fantastic.
Absolutely. We have the newest volume in Skybound's Comet line. Sea serpents here. Is it here?
You're just being rude.
I'm just being a jerk.
You're just being a jerk.
What if you were destined to destroy the world? For Alia, life on Kinnaman Isle is one of boredom. Spending her days fishing and minding her aunts, she dreams of life beyond the horizon. Everything changes, however, when she awakens an ancient evil within herself. And she is the reincarnation of Zur, the serpent that almost destroyed the world.
Oh, yeah.
Worse yet, a fanatical religious organization has arrived on Kinnaman Isle in search of Zur. As Ayla is forced to fight for her life, she'll discover that her entire world is not what it seems. Her aunts know more than they let on. And what exactly does the infamous pirate queen want with Ella? From the team of Miragood Scott, who's done some Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy, and a lot of like TV cartoon work. And Pablo Tunica, who's done some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics, comes an extraordinary tale of growing up and changing your fate. It's also got a pull quote from Tilly Walden, enchanting and dreamy, like a mashup between Miyazaki and Del Toro, with its heart, mystery, and adventure.
May I? Thank you.
Mayhaps.
All right. So Sean, it is rated ages 12 plus.
Yeah.
All right. Very excited. I opened this box today. We have volume 3 of Lore Olympus. It's kind of nice now that volume 1's out. They're just like boom, boom, boom. Love it. I'm still trying to catch up on webtoons. I am so far behind, but I think I'm still ahead of these books, which is totally fine. But beautiful. I love them. We are getting the hardcovers because we are so fancy.
Yeah. If you haven't heard of Lore Olympus, it is one of the biggest comics in the world right now. What did I say? Something like 60 million people subscribe to it.
It's a lot. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It's pretty freaking sweet.
Oh, that's fair. We did, yes. I'm guessing we got the rest of the order today, but you're right.
Good times.
I don't think we mentioned it last week though.
No, because I think it came after the show.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Anything that comes basically between Wednesday and then the next Tuesday, we kind of just group everything up.
All right, folks. That's our show this week. Although,
No. I mean, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm ready for you.
whoa.
It was so pretty.
It's that time of the show where we use our magic mirror to look out and see all of you awesome people out there and say hi. We see you and we appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah. I mean, it was Ben's here. Jason's here. This is great. You guys know the drill. You don't get your name unless we know you're here.
Yeah.
It was really fun being back at work on a Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie. I know that's weird to say, like, fun, it being the most stressful day of the week for all of us, but I missed it, so I think I'm gonna come in sometimes.
I like it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, out there, I'm seeing Sean. Hello. I'm seeing Patrick. I'm seeing the one and only Foley, and you folks can too. From Wednesday to Saturday in store, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 11 a.m. till 6:30. We're open till 7, and Saturday, all our open hours 11 to 5. See, Dylan, thanks for popping in and having some good conversations with us. It was very appreciated.
Thank you so much, Dylan.
See, Kate. Hey, Kate. Scrolling.
A lot of good discussion tonight. Really good. Thanks everyone for chatting and being chill.
I see my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Joanne. We saw Squee. Hi, Squee.
We did see Squee. Everyone saw Squee.
He's like, huh?
He's like, what is this? What is going on?
I see Ben and I see Jason.
Hi.
Thank you all
for
being here.
I'm sending big hugs.
Oh, and thank you again, Dylan. It's really cool. We got this wonderful magic mirror from Kate and Sean.
Yep.
I still do have the old magic mirror. I do carry it around with me. It's it's right here. But it's getting old, and so we just decided to retire it. Yeah. So Dylan's asking, what are you guys reading right now? Are you too busy with the shop? The answer is every Tuesday we read
as much as we can
of these. Usually graphic novels, at least about 20 pages so that we can get the feel. And all of the number ones, and usually the bigger event comics as well.
Excuse me.
And in our spare time, we do read a whole bunch of different things.
For single issues for me, I am subscribed to Department of Truth and She-Hulk. Those are my two faves right now. And I'm kind of catching up on trades. I'm replacing a lot of my older stuff with trades.
Yeah. And I really dig pretty much anything that Mark Russell's doing. If his name's on it, I'm probably buying it for single issues. And what's some other stuff that I've really been digging? Well, the Batman and Daredevil run by Zdarsky.
Yeah.
Those are pretty big.
And I'm pretty sure you're still getting Detective.
Yep.
Stuff
that Ram V does.
So
my
good.
Goodness. Just an incredible writer.
Yay!
Yeah. There's we like to say basically because a lot of comics retailers are like, comics aren't good anymore.
They're silly billies.
And that's just wild. There's never been this many great comics out there, to the point where you can't just have a good comic. When we read something, we're like, that's good. We know we're actually going to have a hard time selling it, just even though it's like a really well done, because there are too many great comics out there right now. And that's a trick. Actually coming up in about 3 weeks, Chroma by the artist that did Oblivion Song
Right.
is outstanding. I did a quick read of the preview PDF that we got from Skybound. It's going to be a thicker release series like Ultra Mega was, and yeah, it's basically about this world that or this society where beyond its walls, like there's all this color, and inside it's all just sort of these black and white, and how fearful they are of these people with essentially chroma. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Obviously there's layers in with sort of like a black and white look at society and things with different shades, like it's outstanding. And I cannot wait for it to be in people's hands. It's so good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again to everyone. We literally couldn't do this without you. And thanks for understanding that I forgot to charge the camera. Oh my gosh. Next week will be better.
Yay.
Now, we're going to go read. I'm going to make myself some tea and then going to hang out with some comics.
Cool.
Hopefully we'll see some of you at the store. And if not, we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Have a great night. Bye.